Heretic, the latest horror thriller by Scott Beck and Bryan, the duo behind A Quiet Place and Haunt, dives deep into the unsettling clash between faith and terror. The story centers on two young Mormon missionaries, Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton, who unknowingly step into the lair of a man far more dangerous than he first appears. Played by Hugh Grant, Mr. Reed is charming, intellectual, and disarmingly polite, at least at first. You might recognize the charisma Grant brings from his previous, more light-hearted roles, but here, he uses that charm to draw these young women into a twisted game that grows darker with every passing minute. Imagine Jigsaw with a hint of intellectual sophistication. Mr. Reed's calm facade and scholarly air make the horror all the more terrifying. He's no ordinary villain. He uses theological debates and analogies involving everyday things like fast food and monopoly to dissect organized religion, especially the girls' faith. But don't let the philosophical talk fool you. There's a storm brewing beneath that polite exterior. The brilliance of Heretic lies in its slow burn setup. The film doesn't rely on jump scares or gore. Instead, it builds a psychological cage around these characters where every polite smile hides a threat, every casual statement veils something sinister. Grant's performance is magnetic, making it impossible to look away even as you feel the dread building up. Thatcher and East hold their own, bringing depth and defiance to their roles as they struggle not just for survival, but to defend their beliefs. Their dynamic with Grant's character takes Heretic beyond typical horror. It's almost a debate about faith versus skepticism, innocence versus cynicism. And just when you think you know where it's going, the film ramps up the stakes. With each scene, Heretic turns the concept of faith and fear on its head, using claustrophobic shots and clever storytelling. The house itself feels like a character, trapping, watching, waiting. Beck and Woods weave this tension so masterfully that you might find yourself holding your breath, wondering if these young women will escape with their lives or their faith. This isn't just horror, it's an experience. Heretic challenges the genre by making you think as much as it makes you squirm. It's a cerebral scare, one that lingers long after the lights come up. If you're a fan of horror that digs deep and messes with your mind, Heretic is a must-watch. Head to theaters for this unsettling journey. Just be prepared to question what you believe.